Make sure you tap that bell so you never miss a video.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today, I'm here to talk to you about a new game that is apparently coming out later this year. It's planned for 2019, and it's called Deadside. Some people reached out and wanted me to talk about this. I actually have been following this for a little while, and I actually forgot to put a video out on it because I just had so much shit going on at the beginning of the month here. This is a hardcore multiplayer shooter with survival elements. I know, before you click off the video or before you go down to leave a comment, let's just look at it. Let's just talk. Let's stop jumping to conclusions. Another fucking survival game. But hold on a second. I gotta say, some of the things that I'm seeing in the gameplay trailer that they have up on their Steam page, it actually looks pretty fucking cool. I am, of course, a sucker for third-person animations that look good. This game is actually no exception to that. I think this actually looks fucking cool. They're running around, they got the team with them, and they got like the flashlight, they're going in dark corridors. I actually like the look of this game, and from what I'm gathering from the Steam page, as well as their social media, is that this game is a first/third-person hardcore multiplayer shooter. Like I said, survival elements. I don't know how deep it's actually going to be going in the survival route. I would actually rate this as somewhere between like a Zera survival and an Escape from Tarkov type experience. When I say Escape from Tarkov, I obviously mean like that open world hardcore shooter survival game that Escape from Tarkov was originally going to be. So if you go down to their Steam page and you scroll down about this game, the world of Deadside is a vast open spaces of fully bushy forests, abandoned settlements. Players will have an area of about 225 square kilometers, so just a huge fucking world. It alludes to vehicles, saying land and water transport are both useful. And the part about Zera survival, they have trade in what they call green zones. So among the wasteland, players will find places where they can buy bullets, food, and chit chat to the damn victims about life, the universe, and everything else. Maybe swap a story or two about hunting cannibals, whatever. But basically, it's a safe zone where you can store stuff. They say they have lockers there, so it's alluding to like a global inventory system. So that's why I say it kind of reminds me of a little bit of Zera survival, a little bit of EFT in that sense as well. So they say at the time of early access, there's going to be about 15 types of firearms and additional equipment, so like sights, flashlights, and all that stuff. They introduce you to a realistic ballistic system for small arms, with realistic bullet penetration going through shit like wooden sheds. It will deviate from the original trajectory, and it will lose speed as well. They also say the shotgun fans will appreciate that every pellet shot out of a barrel will move along an individual trajectory. So we've seen shit like this in the past. It's not like groundbreaking, but I'm glad that they're doing realistic ballistics as well. Say realistic ballistics 5 times fast. I just realized I spit through that. Fucking bars, people. The game is also going to have a whole bunch of missions to do as well. This is where the Zera survival comes into it a little bit. Players can use a map to see in the world where armed bandits are raiding, areas are being cleared out by security forces, remaining loyal to ex-governments, or cannibals settling in abandoned villages. Any number of players can take part in massive combat. It's not going to be an event with a limited number of players. Anyone who wants to get into a mission sector and affect the outcome of battle can do so. So it's like global events on a server, essentially. Battles with participation of NPC players can continue for hours, but the reward will go to the one who can seize the prize loot after all the hostile NPCs are killed, as well as the real players in the area. So global missions that everybody can pretty much fight over. And they're also doing some form of like a really grounded system for crafting. So in the course of game development, they're planning to create a system of shelters, which players will be able to build on their own using a well-developed crafting system. But they say that it's going to be subjected to later discussion. It's probably not going to make it into the early access launch, but when they say shelters, I just imagine that it's going to be like smaller cabins. They say that they also want to offer players the chance to make small stashes in almost any place in the world to just keep a few things on hand. So that's why I say it's going to be a lot more grounded and a lot more realistic. So the game is being brought to you guys by Dead Pixel. They are the developer and the publisher. It is a Russian developer. We know that we've had problems with Russian developers in the past, but they do dev streams. I haven't seen one since January, but it showcases the game running in real time with the developers talking about it. Even though I can't understand a thing that they're saying, the game actually does look pretty solid. If you guys recognize the third-person controller, you know I just did a video on Police 1013, And I gotta say, it looks very similar in the third-person handling to that game as well. Not that that's a bad thing. When I saw Police 1013 and the third-person camera controller and the way that it interacted, the aim offsets and all that, I just get hard thinking about it because, like I said, I'm a sucker for real good third-person shooters. This game has the exact same type of feel to me when I see the guy running around and aiming. It looks like it feels fucking awesome. But again, I got to get my hands on it. Later this year, 2019, the Steam store page says it's planned release on Steam for early access late 2019. So don't expect this to come out. Maybe don't even expect this to come out in 2019. We all know how development goes with games like this. The inventory system in the video looks pretty standard for survival games. Kind of reminds me of EFT in the way it's blocked out. You can like drag things. Everything's highlighted in green where you're putting it and shit. It looks pretty standard. But I gotta say, for some fucking reason, I'm looking at this, I really want to play it. With games like Dead Matter coming out sometime this year, games like Ready or Not, I really feel like I'm building a portfolio of like a rotation of games that people really want me to cover on the channel as well as play over on Twitch. And I think that if we start seeing more content come from the developers in the near future here, this could be one of those things that we follow and eventually get into and see how it plays. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Leave your thoughts, even though I know it's going to be littered with another fucking survival game. I understand it. This one looks more like a PvP focus, and like I keep saying, comparable to like a Zera or an Escape from Tarkov. More or less on the shooter side of things instead of the survival, like a game like Scum. I think that game is focused a lot more on the survivability and the detail and all of that. I think the game looks pretty solid so far, but again, until I can get my hands on it, that's kind of where I'm at with it. So again, let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure you guys are liking these videos, leaving the comments. You guys are killing it lately. We're going up like 150 subscribers a day right now. We're on our way to 100,000, and it's all because of you guys. So if you guys enjoy this shit, make sure you're upvoting it, sharing the shit on social media. I want to highlight more games and bring you guys more content on games that I don't know if you guys even really know about. So this is another one. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.